Marhaba, keep all alhamdulillah, everyone. Shalom wadu. Keep all alhamdulillah, kwan. Oh, mm. Hello, everyone. Howdy. How are you all doing? This video is in regards to my favorite two people, and Q Reeves and Ashera Star Goddess. So they have a video going out tomorrow. I hope you all, everyone, tune in because it's very special. Very special, very special tomorrow. Ashera Star Goddess and Q Reeves. Okay, so the video, they're gonna talk about the movie Nope. Okay, as you all are aware, there are a lot of things going on and what's going on right now. And I don't know if this video will reach them. But even though maybe so, maybe not, you know, and I'm grateful for them, Ashera Star Goddess and Q Reeves. Um, I've interacted, uh, Ashera Star Goddess. She is a great person, and I'm grateful for Ashera Star Goddess. We all are. Ashera Star Goddess, she's a great help, and she has been teaching us all, and we learn from her, and everyone should be like her and thrive to be like her. Some days I don't even want to hardly come up here, really I don't. But then, I know what I'm to do and I'm sent here to do. And also, Ashira Star Goddess, she has helped me out as far as like with one of my children before. She had, I just want to say she's a great person. That's all. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So anyway, she's a very great person. And they're going live tomorrow. They are going live. Um, what's his? Q Reeves. I'm talking about what's his? Q Reeves and Naya. Q Reeves, he has done my regression also as well. Q Reeves has done my regression. And Q Reeves have done my regression. I said that like 3, 4 times, right? So by his name alone, Quentin, I knew I would get along. I just knew, just something just drew me to him. But then when he first did my regression, I would listen to him so much. I had listened to all of his videos. I think practically almost all of them. And because I was interested in this knowledge. When you seek knowledge, it's like you can't go back. So I have been, searching for this knowledge a long time. So anyway, Q Reeves, he's a 10. He's a 10. And I just know I'm a 10 too, just through numbers. So, and the year of 20, what we in 2023, 24, 25, the year 2025, that's a 10 too. That's the, but no, that's the planet. I just know the planet never will be here. So I don't know how I can explain it, how I know the things I know. I just know I do. And all of us are have spiritual gifts and we just use them. But it takes a community. And I'm grateful for Shira Star Goddess and Q Reeves, right? And it's like a Shira Star Goddess. I know she's not my friend, like personal friend, but somehow it's like she said something on one of her lives and it had really like, when you're someone's friend or someone's associate, someone's associate, you don't want to betray that person. But she said something that really like stuck with me. And she said something like, they didn't have to do that. It was a while back. It was like a year or so back, maybe further than that. Right before my mama passed. So 2020, somewhere in 2020 and 2021, we're in 23. So somewhere in 21, she said they didn't have to do that. And I knew what she was talking about. Something went wrong or something went awry. Then Q Reeves has spoken something recently on his videos, which was somebody can be in a suit all day long and still be an NPC. Now, if two people say the same thing, however the old saying goes, if it looks like a duck, walk like a duck, it must be a duck. Let's say y'all say, Monrose, what are you talking about? Who are you talking about? Say their name, why don't you? Well, that person is so large, they don't need our name. They don't need our name saying they're plastered all over the internet, right? And so they would make something look so good. They make something look so good, even in a suit. So Q Reeves, I know Q Reeves know what I'm talking about when I say this. Why not have a suit on and sit right next to him and just, sell it to the world like nothing wrong? And Q Reeves and Ashera, they are very special. And then it got to the point where, like, I was listening to Q Reeves so much, they was like saying, like, YouTube suggested that you should listen to Q Reeves. No, YouTube ain't suggest that. Y'all suggest that. And Ashera is so great. All I can say is just Ashera is so great and Q Reeves is so great. They're very accurate. To have somebody accurate, to be accurate. And just what happened, I'm very grateful. All of my children are spiritual. All of my children are spiritual. I raised them spiritual because the other way just didn't work at all, period. It just did not work. It just, when I was younger, I would tell my mom, something is wrong here. Something just don't seem right. I was darn near deemed crazy. But it's all right to be crazy. It's quite all right to be crazy. I was deemed crazy when something had happened to me when I first had my ascension. Well, somehow Q has said him and Naya was on the video, and they also said something about some people got turned on at a younger age, and that's what kind of kept them to an older age. So now, fast forward to this. Now I'm way older now, right? So at my first ascension, turned on twenty-three, about 23, around the Royal Star age, a Royal Star age, 23. Something Ashera has said. I know I'm bouncing back and forth. That's why this video is about Ashera and Q Reeves. And of course, Reeves. And I remember because when I was younger, I used to watch what was that? I used to wait, let me stay on track. Doctor Who time travel. I would watch Doctor Who time travel. So anyway, let me go back. So at 23, um I started seeing things anyway. So I went to go tell my mom, and the first thing she did, and I was like, what? So I was like, Mom, you said we were spiritual. How come you don't understand? Well, the thing you have to realize about that is what one person can see, another person cannot see. People may have different gifts. But it's also something that Ashira said and Q said. This is why I'm on both of them at the same time. It's like piggybacking. Like I can only explain things the way I can explain things the way I can. Sometimes I can say things where people can understand it, but I really rather wait till I get to my soul tribe where I can be around them and really so I can talk to different people around certain people. Yeah, there were certain people in my families that were whatever they call them. I don't know what they call them. Mm, um, mm, mm, Masons or whatever they call it. I know there were some people in my family and stuff like that. Okay. So anyhow, but either way it go, um, and Ashira has said something. Let me go back because I want sometimes I get off of track. So I want to stay on track. So Ashira has said something. It gets to the point where some people don't even breathe regularly because they don't live. So my mom would say, life is so beautiful. This life is so beautiful. It's just such a beautiful thing. Life is so beautiful, right? I was like, yeah, what's so beautiful about it? All I know is I'm just dealing with all this stuff going on and stuff that she even did that she don't even know the ripples that she did. You know what I mean? And so I've been reading cards when I was younger and stuff like this and gifts and different stuff like this. I was deemed something was wrong with me. And I don't really think anything was wrong with me. Just you know, then at times there is things that hey, because I, I choose to talk about ghost monsters, um, other stuff. Like so. It was a deep oracle reading that it was like, wow, things come at the exact right time when you exactly need it. So I broke my finger anyway. May 6th, 2020. The car flipped over, and I was taking some of Ashera Star Goddess elixirs and broke my finger. And I haven't drove a car ever since. I haven't been in a car ever since. I haven't really been in a car because anyway, I haven't really been in a car. But I got up and it was like something. Anyway, I just haven't been in any cars anymore. But anyway, I have another one of Shira's elixirs on its way now. Um, her elixirs are really, really, really great. Q Reeves is really great. Now, Q Reeves' significant other, Naya, she's great. I hear her talk about where she go to at night, which my mom would talk about. Y'all constantly hear me say these videos where my mom says she would go to and she would get the information and describe it like how many computers they would have, you know. But anyway, and she would come down and tell us and this and that and this and that. But now I'm at the stage where I'm at where my mom is gone. She's deceased now. And basically, Shira Star Goddess is like a friend in my head. um, because my information, it's like certain people I couldn't really talk to because I'm waiting till I get to my soul tribe where I can really relax and really be like, you know. And I was just raised diverse from the age of birth until, you know, I was just raised diverse. So I don't know any other way but diverse, right? So, but the stage, the age that we are in now, it's good to listen and be of sound mind, body, and everything, and just different things. You know when you know when you know when you know when you know you know, and you can't explain it to certain people. You really can't explain it to certain people. Certain people is not on that level. And my mom would always say, "You don't argue about politics and religion." And this is why I choose to stay with cards. I just do it with cards. And my spiritual advisor had was telling me like when people come to your videos, those who understand you, they'll understand you, they will watch. Those who don't, forget it. Don't worry about it. So, you know, when she said it like that, I felt a lot better. When my spiritual advisor had told me like those who would get it, and those who don't. So what a Shira Star Goddess, when she has said some people are even walking around here not even hardly breathing. And um, and it was a certain thing that I was going through, but a Shira Star Goddess, it was like I can feel so much. But Ashera, she had did this oracle reading. Because I'm so grateful for Ashera. Y'all don't understand. If it wouldn't been for Ashera, I wouldn't even started a YouTube channel. So a Shira Star Goddess, she'll pull these. I was like, man, things do come along at the right time, exactly when you need it. So a Shira had pulled along these two cards. I was like, my goodness, this is so exactly right. The loner and the citizen. And I was truly been fighting them two for a long time, fighting each other. And it's like they expect you to do one thing, and I don't care what them people expect for you to do. You do what's best for you. So Q did a video not too long ago. Do celebrities come to you in your dreams and this and that? But the way he has said it, when Naya said she went up there, just like my mom would say, Naya said that, and like she said, and see, that's proof document. And I'm getting chill bumps now. When Naya said that, she would go up there and the computers look way much. My mom said the same thing. She described it. So now we go through these tests. I'm going through tests. But everybody's going through tests in the world, okay? But don't lose the train of thought now. Oh yeah. So Ashira was saying something about when you get to that certain point where no one, I mean, absolutely no one can break your shine. They cannot break your shine. So, this is a part of the stages where we're going through, and we all have to go get through this crossroad. Now, I know you all heard me say that I've done things, medically this and medically that. And if you don't pay attention, so like I mentioned in one video before, they gonna tell me, because I've been in that type of field, and they're gonna say, well, um, you don't need no iron, you need multivitamin, baby, dog. If you don't get no blood, you lose. You have to have blood. You have to get your blood right. And so whatever it take by any means necessary, you have to have your blood right. So they're gonna tell me you need a vitamin. Baby, I'm not young, a little baby trying to get no multivitamin. I'm not trying to get no fat. I'm not trying to get no that. So I knew these people, but see, they thought they was talking to a dunce. I did four things in the industry, four different ways. Okay. I've been on the other side where they do medicine. I've been on the side where they did medicine. Okay. I've been a pharmaceutical technician, but back then they called it something else, pharmaceutical apprentice. I've done work with the dentistry, okay? Mandibular central lateral first bicuspid. I've also been in hospitals, baby, 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 baby. So when they sit there and try to tell me that they tried to offer me some medication that I know, and I know what it is, and they said, well, why don't have you ever tried that? I said, huh? Something for epilepsy? No, no, thank you. See, when you even know the results of the medicine, and something Ashera was talking on her video when she said, like, don't count on them people to try to help you. Don't count on them people to try to help you because they're not. And see, this is where it comes in, all of the stuff that I know, what I know, what I know. And they like, how's she just like, okay, wait a minute, something ain't wrong. And so now I'm at the point where they want to decrease my medicine. So Q was saying he used to take some medicine. And also take this medicine. I put it out there on one of his channels that I take this medicine, and now they lowering my dosage. You know, I take this medicine, so, but now they're trying to cut me off of my medicine. I'm so pissed the fuck off. I really am. So anyway, this is where the strength comes in, the extra strength that we are to use, and our extra knowledge. Now, I don't know how to say I will learn in time, because I do a lot of studying behind the scenes. I do cues exercises, I do Ashera's exercises. I practice and practice and practice. I do so much with both of them exercises. But when two people say the same thing about one person, now I would say it. I don't have that many views yet, and and it's not about views, but one person. I really, when they both said it, like, something ain't right about this person, I was like, oh, wait a minute, because she said it just like that. They didn't have to do that. I felt that. I felt that. She said, no, they didn't have to do that. And this person is just in a suit, and they so big high time, and I won't name no names, but I still listen to that person. I listen to that person, the other people on their channels and stuff like that too. But when Q also said, are you real or are you not? Now we have to work out here. Certain people are individuals are woke and certain people are not woke. And people can deem me crazy. They can think whatever they want to think. I don't care. But I bet you I have um certain paperwork, whatever. But still I have more to go. Everybody is on this process because there's more to do in this process. And when Q has said in a certain way, we still have to get out of their system. So this is a ways coming. The ways for me to contribute is through tarot cards, because I cannot pronounce it or say it in exact form maybe exactly the way that Q says it. But when Q explained it, hey, it's all right. I understand it. Okay. And he make it so, and Ashera, them two together, I can't wait to tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't wait, but I'm grateful. I can't wait to see them two tomorrow. So it really made me angry. And it's like Ashera, oh, I'm grateful for Ashera, man. And it's like betraying a best friend that this person is up there with our lives, and they just okay. That person said something, and they said, "Oh, see everybody as a dollar bill." What? See everybody as a dollar bill? Who are you talking about, my Rose? Oh, I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't even want to talk about it. My channel is not as big as these two individuals I'm talking about, but I know just Q said, you see what life you're in, look at everything around you, and then you'll see where you are in your life. I mean, they both help me on different levels. So I can't break everything down, but it's like everything. Like Q would tell me something. I would go to a job. I can read people by their names or by their numbers and this and that or this and that. And then I know what I'm walking into. You know what I'm saying? Q said something to that event. Naya said something to that event. And then I noticed that a lot of people that I'll be around, they call themselves trying to dim my light. And the way Ashera, she would say like kind of nice, nasty way, talk to people and where they try to get a reaction from you, but you don't let them pour that energy from you. You know what I mean? So Q Reeves and Ashera Star Goddess, you know, they are they are one of the best. They're one of the best. And I'm fasting, and I've been doing this a long time. Fasting, 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 fasting. I always fast, but now it's Ramadan. And are you Muslim? It could be my last name. That last name attached to me is, inshallah. It could be the reason why I fast, because that last name is Arabic, and I had no idea why I was attracted to Muslim, speaking or fasting like this, you know, and and it's like, okay, so they putting the pressure down on me now. They putting the pressure down on me now. They putting the pressure down on me. And I was like, I I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I was talking to these people like I know they're around. Like people, like I know they're around. I talk to myself, and I don't care if y'all see me, even if y'all meet me in person or y'all see me. Yes, I'm gonna be talking to myself, and I'm gonna talk to myself and keep talking to myself. Like Michael Jackson say, they playing with your life. This ain't no truth or dare. This is for real. We are on this where we are at right now. We're on a precipice. And I was like, okay, now what part do I play in this? Like, I know I've been meant and sent to do something here and make sure I do it. But when the universe speaks to you or your DNA speaks to you, you will do it. I've been, getting this channel up since 2019, before 28, since before the pandemic. I've been getting this channel up for a while myself, what I can, with what I can, how I can eat, getting it to going. I mean, before the pandemic happened, I've been working on this channel, and so I've been working on this channel. Your skin, your DNA will let you know. And all races, we are not exempt. We are not alone. I named one of my children after one of Michael Jackson's albums. That's how much I like Michael Jackson. So that too, Ashera and I have in common. Q Reeves, his name is Quentin. I was like, and I resonated with Q Reeves right away. His name just happened to be Quentin, and my numbers add up to 10. I was like, wait a minute. Now, some of my numbers added up to 10. Now, even though I know I do numerology, palm reading, and all that other type of stuff, different ways to read you with cards and names and all this and that. And in each part of my name, I understand what it means. But Quentin, I understood because I was a 1010 too. I said 1010. Not realizing everywhere I went, 1010, there's bigger and better doors are opening for you. So 10, the one is a Masculine number, the 0 is a feminine number, 1010. I'm like, wait a minute, Quentin Tarantino. I was like, whoa. So anyway, not realizing that different places that I was going, I was opening and closing doors for different people, you know. But then what came into play is like I knew what day I was born on, la 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 la. Okay. Then I went to go look up the archangel of the day I was born on. I was like, oh, that puts it together. That really puts it together. So Q Reeves, he speaks about archangels. Ashera speaks about archangels, and all of the metaphors, Inki Alil, and all of this, they really help you put it into a perspective, the way you can understand. Okay, so now I have to break through all of this stuff that I had built up. You look, Ashera, I'm way older than Ashera. And Ashera looks good. She looks good. I look great, you know. Um, and I have been talking myself because so many people had called themselves layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon layers to try to put me down. Whereas I started to think, huh? Mm. But then I have to go back and think. My mom. Now you have a mother, and then there's a time when you have a mother where it's a different time where she don't really act like your mother at times, like something wrong with what's going on. But if my mom couldn't break me and make me feel bad for me being me, you think I'm gonna let the world break me for me being me? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So now it comes to about now I have personal things going on, so I don't want to speak about that behind the camera, behind scenes. But now it's getting to the point where um I don't want to say I'm between a rock and a hard place, but sometimes it'd be like I'm not between a rock and a hard place. I had to just free myself because they're just free myself. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But then when you, as a Shearer would say, when you free yourself, oh, ain't nothing gonna stop that shine. Ain't nothing gonna stop that shine. Rain, sleet, or snow, nothing is gonna stop that shine. Now, during Ramadan, during Ramadan, now they both, Ashera Q, either way, you make your religion or your spirituality your own. You know. Now, do I pray? I fast. I fast and I say certain things. Okay, we're gonna just like that. I fast, inshallah. I fast. Um, and I say certain things and certain sayings. Okay, come full circle. They're not gonna wear my body down doing all this other type of stuff. Now with computers, la la la. I'm not okay, but I work with what I can. We work with how I can. And like Ashira say, if somebody, I forgot, I think she said Steven Seagal, if somebody had wrote a whole book with their eyeball, if they can do that, and I can't hardly the way I speak, because I go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with different things, however I explain it, the people who can understand it, the people who can't. So if I can do this, anybody can do this. I still have a ways to go, but yet I am still grateful. And I still, when I wake up another day, I said, thank you, inshallah. Thank you so much, And then at night, I say my frequencies, right? I say my frequencies. And does it help with me? And my language of different languages, yes, it does. And it's like a je ne sais quoi, or capiche. So Q Reeves and the Ashera Star Goddess bring a lot to this earth, and it's a lot to formulate and learn. Um, and I'm grateful for my children. And it just helps a lot, because a lot of people like the greatest thing is when you learn that, what's his name, Q will say, love, once you do this is, love is a great frequency, and you got to forgive and all this and that. That one there, look at here, honey. Sometimes it can be anger too. A lot of times anger could do it too. So I say that to say this, y'all. It's serious. Just do what you can, however you can do it the best you can to the way you can. Okay. Um. Okay. So hypothetically, now I can't do it like Q or Sure how they do the metaphors and this and that. But I'm gonna just take for instance this. Okay. Like I'm gonna try it like this. I can do it metaphorically, the metaphor way, like Q and Ashera can. That's why I stay connected with both of them, because I learned from Ashera and Q. And I was really disheartened when at first I thought Q said that he did say, but it was but then she said she had made a mistake, and I was so grateful, and they're gonna do collab. I was so grateful. They're gonna do a collab. Oh, I can't wait. I said everything. The Alexa almost an hour early. So, okay, so I'm gonna do one like hypothetically here, right? Okay, so mine is not, but I'm good. I'm good. So okay, so hypothetically, y'all see this new Cheeto bag, right? This is a new Cheetos they have. New Cheetos out right before Easter, right? Have you ever seen a rabbit eating the eggs? Now, if I'm not mistaken, don't the rabbits supposed to keep the eggs? Because you know what I'm saying? The rabbit's supposed to keep the eggs, but the rabbit is eating the eggs. Does that make any sense to you all? I'm just saying, hypothetically, do you all see? Okay, so so to me, I'm gonna tell you what this means to me. Maybe not to you all, but just to me. I'm just, you all can leave a comment down below and let me know what you all think. So hypothetically, now I'm Dean correct. I'm so CeeLo. This is a crazy. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Uh yeah. I could be dog work, but maybe the craziness has helped to save my life for a doggone show. Because the craziness had told me one time to go across the street. And when I went across the street, because it was three people coming my way, and Source God told me to go across the street, and I sure went across the street. As soon as I went across the street, them three people, psh, 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 I don't know who did it, whatever, but I know I went across the street. See, I listen, okay? And if you listen long enough and hard enough, you'll hear it, you know? So, okay, so hypothetically, let me show you. So, the rabbit, right? This here rabbit is fertility, right? Don't rabbit mean fertility? The rabbit hole or whatever. Don't rabbit mean fertility? Or what was that? When they was obsessed, I forgot what movie that was. I can't think of it now. Really, I can't. But whatever movie with Gwen something. Anyway, I forgot. Anyway, when then they killed the rabbit, whatever. So this rabbit means fertility, right? So it's a sophisticated way of saying. To me, it's a sophisticated way of saying rebirth or duality. So it's a duality coming of a rebirth. That's what that means to me. Then we have the prince. The prince. That you see the prints on the rabbit. See the cheetah rabbit or whatever this rabbit is. I don't know what kind of rabbit it is, but there used to be cheetah. Is it still? Oh yeah, Cheetos, cheetah, cheat. You see that cheater? Cheater. So in other words, they're cheating too. And see, that just came to me just now. So you see these prints on this rabbit. The prints on these rabbits mean that this rabbit is very, very aware. This rabbit is aware of what they're doing. You see, this is just like right here. Now I may not, again, like I said, I can't explain it. metaphorically like Q and Ashera. And then the eggs, right? So the eggs are a combination of, it's a combination of a different of all kinds. So in other words, they doing a sophistication, and then they have shades on, a black shades. So the rabbit, you see, now if Orlando Brown can get some stuff out, okay, and Helen Keller was blind and she can do it, okay. I may not can't do it in all the way. It's so elegant and all this and that. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. This is just what people was just trying to tell me to stuff my shine down to make me feel like I don't have it. But that's not it. That's because that's what they were projecting on me. This rabbit, whatever it is, this rabbit is very aware. You see them prints? Them prints on that rabbit is very aware and woken and know what it's doing. So them prints mean that that rabbit knows what it's doing. It's very enlightened, this rabbit is. You know, and it's funny they use orange. Orange is the Taurus field, you know. And then I went back and looked at that, what's his name? The doctor. I can't, what's that doctor? Shh, I can't think of the doctor. I like that doctor so much. I forgot. He lost his hands. He couldn't use his hands again. What's the picture? I can't think of the doctor, whatever. The doctor, and he went and made that circle, and he had to keep going back up there over and again to speak to Thanos or whoever up there, Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. He had to open that Taurus field. I was like, why are they so interested in the Taurus? The Taurus is a different constellation. And either way, so the eggs. So they need a combination of all different kinds of races, no matter what kind of race they are. Preferably, you know what kind they prefer, but they need a combination of all kinds, all different kinds. And the rabbit, you see, and it's just like, oh, because I remember Shira was saying one time that even things is in plain sight, like even with the Greco, or what the Greco for insurance, it would come to your car, it would come on a commercial, and it would come to the door on a commercial. And when I had my Dharma reading, So I had a regression by Q, and I had my Dharma reading before I had Q Reeves. When I had my Dharma reading, you know, I had my Dharma reading. That was just them, you know, everything that people have been saying, trying to push me and suppress me of my greatness. But since listening to Ashera and Q, Ashera and Q, Ashera and Q, Ashera and Q, no, don't let nobody take away your shine. Don't let nobody take away your shine. Nobody, ever. So this is going to be a great, magnificent video tomorrow with Q Reeves and the Ashera Star Goddess. It's going to be a great, magnificent. Oh yeah, y'all. Of course, I have my orange candle. Definitely have my orange candle. Orange. You know, I did a video on here. Y'all see it, a video with all the colors and what they mean and all this and that. Just work with what you have around you. And you know, then when I found out what number I was in the tarot card, when I found out what number I was, man, that really pissed me off. Like, my birthday happened to fall on whatever. When I found out what tarot card was related to me, I was really pissed. I was like, oh, really? So, but besides that, all of us, y'all, all of us, it's going to take a lot of us to do this and get the stories out there. And everybody have their way of getting it out there. And the best way I can get it out there is through tarot cards and helping people or guide people the way I can. But at the same time, constantly working on myself still in a way, you know. And yes, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Y'all remember the group? Tony, Tony, Tony. Tony, Tony, Tony. So it's like everything I get, I look up. Everything I look up. Everything I look up. But then life gets so busy, you don't have time for that. You don't have time for this because you do this, 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 and you just be like exhausted, you know. So I say all that to say what? During this time, you all get it, like my grandfather was saying, all thy understanding and all thy learning, get an understanding. Yes, get an understanding. Because without understanding, you don't understand anything. So it's just so much. Now, my nose been itching so much. But anyway, that's what I had to talk about Q Reeves and the Ashera Star Goddess. You know, somebody else I want to talk about. Really, I don't want to talk about it right now because I'm gonna wait till all of my situation get clear. My own situation, what I'm working on, my own. I got things I'm working on, and it helped a lot when Ashera say, "Don't say mention stuff to anybody. Don't put it out there until." Don't put it out there because other people would think about that or thrive on that or try to stop it for what's going on. So when Ashera said, do not put certain stuff out there, whatever you're manifesting, whatever you're creating, don't mention it to everybody until it happens. Because there are people who would try to knock it down, knock it down, knock it down, knock it down. So you don't do that. You don't do that. Yeah, I had a best friend for like almost 30 something years. I don't know. Almost since I was young. Um, but something she had did once or twice, and I was like, that's not a friend. A friend wouldn't do that. A real friend during the ups and downs, you would think that they was really your friend, but they weren't your friend all the time. Oh my goodness. And the stuff I want to talk about, either we just outgrown each other. Somehow we just maybe drifted apart or we outgrown each other. So when my mom passed, she called me and it's like I was really at my worst. And she was like, "Are you still such and such and such?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Oh." And it was like she was relieved. She was like, "Oh, okay." What kind of friend is that? That would sound so satisfied. But before that had happened, I had already distanced myself from that friend because it was just like, that's not right. That's not right at all. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? I seen it and I left. But Q and Naya are so great. Ashera and her husband are so great. And see, this is what we need more today of, you know. And so I don't care about anybody's what's going on behind somebody's, what's between someone's legs and all this or this, the alphabet soup, whatever the people call it today. I don't care. I'm not, that ain't none of my business. My business is that to get these messages out, to do what I can and how I can in the way that I can do it, the best way that my roles can deliver it to you. And yes, I will leave a review for a Q and a share. And it's like, sometimes I feel like I'm betraying a share because I listen to this other person's video and like it pisses me off. I'm learning knowledge, doing their exercises, but at the same time, I feel a slight, I feel a slight stab in the back and pissed off because like if you ever had a good friend and you don't want to betray that friend, but you also getting that person's knowledge. You're getting that person's knowledge, but it's like they wouldn't write to Ashera. You think they're gonna be right to you? So when two people cannot be saying the wrong thing, Ashera says something about this person, Q says something about this person. I might as well wear a suit and be up there and be an NPC too. Two people can't be saying the same thing about the same person. And so that's what they say when they say, oh, it walks like a dog, talks like a duck, be like a duck. Oh, okay. So now I'm trying to close in. So now we at this part and this age where we are in. So you just manifest and create, and then breathe, and then like the same. I'm gonna say it like they both say, Q and Ashera. When you get past that certain point where you really shine and you're really free, where you're really the way you are ready to be, where you're really, because even if you're starting to shine, even if you can feel that shine, um, people will say things, and because when I did the Akashic records with the because the people I did my Akashic records with, my auntie helped set me up with, and because she was in the metaphysics, and the next thing I know, they was on, after they did my Akashic records. Next thing I would know, they was on that certain person's platform. I was like, dang, that was fast. You know what I mean? So, but by me knowing that, somehow when I go different places, doors open and doors close, doors open and doors close. I was like, what? Wait a minute, what? And I started relating. And then the Shira would say, everywhere you ever lived, decode that. And I was like, wow. So I would look at all of that. I was like, wow, it's been in front of your face all the time, and it's like, and it's like, I like my peace and quiet. But she had did something that was like, the loner and the citizen. That was like, I was like, whoa, sure, wait a minute. She really, it was like, whoa. And I had sat with it, and I'm constantly sitting with this, and because I didn't want to, I guess, say deal with this type of stuff, but I have to learn how to deal with it, and just constantly learn from it. And it's taken a lot, and Q had said something about, he did a regression. Somebody was atheist. And when he was atheist, they say, what do you see? They said they see nothing. And he said, ain't it that's what it's like to not believe in anything. Ain't that something? Not even believe that you're a god or goddess, or believe in God or source or nothing. When Q said he did a regression and the person didn't see anything. Woo! So, and the sheriff, she just so blunt and down. She just so blue, you know. So a sheriff, she just like down to the point. So I am so ungrateful. I am so ungrateful to these two people, Ashera and Ashera Star Goddess, and Q Reeves. I almost said that other person's name, but I had to stop. See, my brain thinks so fast that but you slow down, breathe, take a breath, and do the exercise. Assure will teach you exercises, Q teach you exercises, and it's so great. And we need more people like this in our community. Now, I say it the best way I can say it. I'm going to constantly say the best way I can say it, how I can say it. And the people who do understand me, as my spiritual advisor had told me, they would understand, and they will understand. And if the people who don't forget it. And so I'm grateful for the spiritual community that I'm building. And I'm grateful for, very grateful for these two, Ashera Star Goddess and Q Reeves, because I have been searching for this knowledge when I first came out. And I'm going to continue, and I keep, and I also watch Real Nagas. I don't know if you all watch that Real Nagas, but it's some very important information there. So anyway, there are still some people in my family that are what I said at the beginning. Anyway, but until then, you learn, and this is so much knowledge to learn. Who has time for the BS, mundane BS? When you watch when you really telling the story, or when you really telling what's going on, you ever notice that you get interruptions, really get interruptions, or they take your video down, or so, like, it really helps to have a Patreon, or a Patreon, because they don't want you to say certain stuff on YouTube. So once I learn how to push that link to somewhere else to do my Patreon, oh yeah, baby, we're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking. We're gonna be talking. But until then, I can't put that other stuff because I would really like to push that link, but I'm evolving. I'm evolving. I'm evolving. Okay. And I constantly have to evolve, you know, I constantly have to change because if I don't change, you stay stagnant. And another thing, y'all, thoughts. Y'all constantly know your thoughts. There was some the other day, the other day, I wasn't feeling too great, right? Something was really going on. I was like, what the something ain't right. What's going on here? I was like, whoa. It's like, no, what is this? What is this energy? Oh no. And they ain't lying. Play some Michael Jackson. I promise you. Play some Michael Jackson. Nah, to me, Thriller is like American Werewolf in London. I told you I was raised versatile. Like, so American Werewolf in London say, looks like we're in for stormy weather. Don't go out tonight. You bet. So when you listen to Michael Jackson, it's like that version of American Werewolf from London, but better, right? So he was like, they're close to midnight. You gotta change that number. You better change that number on your dial. Oh, and just things just like come together in a full circle. And when you slow down and really pay attention, okay, now what am I supposed to get with this? Like, because when they did my Dharma reading, I was like, well, like every time I'm learning something to really like something, I always get interrupted. They told me to stop, look at the situation. Why am I being distracted? What am I learning from this situation and what's going on? Q said the same thing. When something is going on, see what are you supposed to get out of your situation. He said, pay attention to the life, and that will pay attention to the life you're in. Q also helped me with, like he said, like 6D, 7D, 8D, 9D. I was like, oh, see, he make it so simple. I keep thinking like, oh, I can't deliver the message like they can, la 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 la. Well, you do the best you can. I'm doing the best that I can to deliver the message, because the way I really like to deliver the message, I probably would say the wrong thing and my channel would be gone. But Q Reeves and Ashera Star Goddess, they are great wonders. They are great. They are so great. And I'm so grateful they're going to be on here. They're going to be together. I can't wait to watch them tomorrow. I would like to go live. And Q said something about StreamYard, because I said Duckyard at first. And it's so funny because Ashera said she remembered the duck. And then Q said something about get StreamYard. So anyway, together I have to get StreamYard. Anyway, but when I learn to stop, let people you don't let people aggravate, steal your joy, and they feel so satisfied. They feel so satisfied with taking from you, and they think they got a part of you. You're just another part of me, like Michael Jackson say. But you don't let the people get the best of you, like Ashera say. Welcome on in, trolls. Come on in, trolls. Let's go, trolls. I'll accept you too. Somebody gonna tell me on this video, sit back. Let me see some boobs? What? Oh yeah, I'll sit back. You know what? Put some money on my cash app. Put some money on the cash app. Oh, they didn't want to put no money in the cash app. Oh, it's not like I was finna sit out here and put a whole boob up. You know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't. It's not at all. Not at all. Not even at all. But they just want to see that part right there. Oh yeah, you want to play this game? Put some money on my cash app then. Money talks. Okay, you can make the mouth say anything. Money talks. The action. I need some action. I forgot who sang that song. I need some action. I can't even think of that song. I don't know who sing that song right now. I need some action. Was it Mick Jagger? I need some action. Anyway, I don't know. But anyway, I just had to make sure I had to do this video before tomorrow for Ashera Star Goddess and Q Reeves. Okay, it's a pleasure. I'm grateful they're on this earth, and it's a great time to be alive. And continue doing your greatest and live your best life. Okay, you all continue living your best life. Even people I don't even want to talk to anymore. I just like, hi, okay, bye, whatever. You can forgive, but you can't forget, but still move on. But the main thing is work through it. And they have valuable gems, valuable gems. So I can't wait till I get till I'm ready to talk about other stuff I've seen and other stuff that be happening, when I get to that point. But I don't have the enough views up there yet to put up there, and it's not for that for this. It's not yet. No, not yet. Mm-mm. My story is way more than just trinkets. So that's how much I believe in myself. And when you know that you know that you know that you know what you know. And it doesn't matter how you just know. So that's it. Until next time, I'll go live tomorrow. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Well, yeah, early tomorrow because Ashera and them come on. So I definitely don't want to miss Ashera and Q Reeves. And Q Reeves and Ashera and Naya. Thank you, family. Thank you, spiritual family. And continue because I have a client and I'm getting ready to go to my client. So you all have a great day, the rest of your day, and continue blossoming rosebuds. Till next time, au revoir, arrivederci, I'll be the same. Walaikum salam. Till next time, rosebuds. Okay. Adios. Vamonos. What did Q say? I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I ain't thinking that till he said, Dora. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. And I know I said goodbye, y'all. Wait a minute. Because so like we're all mixed with so many nationalities, and it's just that when people say what's your nationality, I get mad. But then people know what our nationality is. But I mix with so many nationalities, I don't even put nothing at the bottom because I know I'm what all nationalities I'm mixed with, you know? And it seems like people with the most nationalities kind of get it. And people just think I'm just this. But I don't, it's none of people's business what I am. What's that have to do with the price of tea in China? Our thing is that we have to raise up higher than this. And it reminds me of that commercial when that old man was fishing in the water. Talking about, gotta get quicker than this. Gotta get quicker than this. Yeah. So anyway, it's a constant learning, and we constantly have to learn. So I'm grateful. Thank you all. Till next time, Avoy Riva. Thank you, YouTube and TubeBuddy. And I have to put some other stuff up here to next time. But thank you all, and thank you for listening. And don't forget to watch Q Reeves and the Share Star Goddess tomorrow, y'all. Don't miss it. Be there or be square. Be there. You better be a circle. Be rotating. You better be spiral. I can't wait till my birthday. I'm going to get another tattoo. Ooh, I can't wait to get my tattoo. Well, I can't wait to get my other tattoo. I had got this tattoo, a spiritual advisor. Anyway, I got this tattoo, so I'm grateful for this tattoo. Older as I am, I didn't want, but I got it because I got tired of putting a magic mark on my arm every day. My spiritual advisor was telling me. Anyway, so I got tired of putting a magic mark on my arm every day, so I went to go just get it tatted. So when Q say when you get tattoos, it's like advertising for the gods. So I can't wait to get my other one. But until next time, you all enjoy Q Reeves and the Shira Star Goddess, and thank you for coming to my channel. Till next time, au revoir, arrivederci, and they're doing magic all around. They said a tornado was coming. It was a tornado this way, and it's a tornado out this way all the way until next week where I'm at. So one of my child wasn't here, and it was a tornado, and they was like, during a tornado you supposed to go in the basement somewhere low, very low, very low. You're supposed to go somewhere very, very, very low. I opened my balcony. You know what I mean? So, and got some air. I wasn't concerned with that. But I notice when you get to the bigger classes, when you get around them bigger people, see, this is where you learn to know watch yourself. So when I do them other classes that I do, I noticed someone when it was in there try to call themselves trying to see how can I pull this. That's a shame that some of us what is it called? Some of us of our color cannot get together. It really is a shame. It really is a shame. That's just terrible, you know. And then because it's like I'm part of Shara and then Q at the same time. You know, it's like I don't like to really be around a lot of people like that. But if I have to, I have to for certain occasions. If I really have to, but really not so much. But I know what I'm sent down here to do. So in overall, I still have to keep going. You know, I have to constantly changing. So this is an orange. You remember Dr. Strange? It was that Taurus field. Remember that orange, that Taurus field. So you constantly have to do that. And thank you, Q, for putting up that video about Drake sitting right there in plain sight. Now it's just like so much. It's like really awareness of how they be standing in front of position themselves in front of these buildings. When Q showed us that building and Naya had been up there, like my mom would say she had been up there all the times and come back down, and she said the is more better than that. They position themselves to stand in front of these buildings. I was like, wow. So it's like once you start seeing knowledge, you can't go back. I don't know. I don't know how people do it, but once you start seeing knowledge, you can't go back. It's not a thing. It's just not a thing. But then you realize what was each relationship you have been through and what was it for when you reflect and really see what it was, you know? And then did y'all even see, look, I don't even watch the news. I don't like the news. I don't watch the news at all. But it came up on somewhere on my what is this called? YouTube, where Donald Trump had an orange jumpsuit on. Orange jumpsuit. Orange. Okay, I knew what that was meaning. I knew what that mean when he had an orange jumpsuit on. Okay. Just like I say, they put the stuff in plain sight. Now all of a sudden, look, now all of a sudden, the cheater is on the telephone. The cheater, first the cheater was after the egg. After the cheater get the egg, now the cheater is on the telephone. Y'all. Maybe I can't put it together saying like Q and Ashera, but baby, everybody plays a part and they put together and help together. So you know, I'm grateful I'm doing Ramadan because it's like a clear system. It's like a clear system. And thank you, Q, for showing me the what's that ashwagandha? Ashwagandha. When you showed me that Q, I got it right away. So thank you, Q. I got ashwagandha right away. Because as I had mentioned to you, Q, they really took my medicine. And so by me used to being that, you know, I know what, you know, so it's like a wheel. It's like it's like not the orphan wheel, but you know, and then I also have that other book too by Peter Sabak. Y'all should get that book, Peter Sabak. That's a very good book, y'all. It's a very good book. And it's really expensive now, but I got the book and it was a while back, and that book is really will tell you some things. So you all it's a Pluto's in Aquarius. So it's Pluto's in Aquarius right now, and it's a lot of thirsty, hungry things that's getting ready to go on in the world. And I'm explaining it like that, how I can explain it, and just try to hold on to your family and children and help let them understand what's going on, lead them the best way. You know what I'm saying? How you could, how you can. And just to see everything that has taken place, you can also be neutral at the same time. And I think being neutral at times has helped a lot, being neutral. And then there are times when I can get so mad. So it's like, so anyway, oh wait, yeah, let me go back. So, oh yeah, the class I was in, we had a webinar. The class I was in, like I said, it's a shame we can't be together and be together. That's a shame. That's just really not. So this was just on a webinar. If that offend you being on a webinar with you, and the camera wasn't even unmuted, and you say something to a point whereas you think you're hurting me, just to see, wait, if I would have been, I said, oh, I'm going to go in live next. I'm going to unmute the camera next time. Okay. So, you know, I hope this helps you all. And I can't wait to see that person in face. I mean, on the web, I mean, on Zoom. And, oh, wow. See, some people don't want you to be great, or either other people come to you to try to break you down, or just to see you, you know buck, how you say buck, to try to buck you, or however. But how need be. Thank you, Ashera. Thank you, Q, for helping me understand how to speed things up, and also how to help us help ourselves. So thank you, Quentin. Thank you, Ashera Star Goddess. Namaste, Ashe, Ashe. Till next time, adios, arrivederci. Malika Salam.